Good afternoon, everybody. Time for another BrickBucks update. Once again, my name is Jim, where we talk about Lego investing and Lego reselling. Today, we're going to talk about our modules, the Lego modules that are offered on Lego Shop at Home. We had a comment here on one of our previous videos that says, "Hey, could you do a video on on a modular set, please? Like the corner garage and the diner shop, etc." That was from DJ 9870. Thank you for that. And if anybody has any ideas that they would like us to do videos on, please feel free to drop it in the comments below. We'll do our best to respond. So let's talk about the modulars. I love modulars. I don't talk about them often, but I really don't resell them. And you know, the reason why this is, and if you've been in Lego for a while, you know this, you know, there are some modulars that will have a very, very long production run. And you'll see on the forums, and I was with these people to a certain extent, you know, they're just lamenting about, you know, they have, you know, 50 pet shops, they have 100 pet shops, and here comes that, you know, 2016 retirement list. And oh my gosh, Pet Shop isn't on there. So they have money on the shelf, and that's the last thing that you want to do. You don't want to have, these aren't Lego sets. This is money on the shelf that is not accumulating or it's just not growing because these sets have not retired yet. So, you know, that's one reason why I haven't gotten back into modulars. But another reason is, and you know, people that are dealing with modulars, you know, they know this too. You know, there's not a lot of discounts on these sets. You know, the modular theme, which it really isn't a theme. The Creator Expert is the theme, and the modulars are in that theme. But you know, the modular theme is a very solid, very popular series, if you want to call it that. Another very solid, very strong, very popular theme is the Winter Village sets, right? Everybody loves the Winter Village sets. And people that have been doing this for a while, they know that the Winter Village themes are constantly discounted around the holiday season. And they're really good discounts too. So you could get, you know, more bang for your buck buying a few Winter Village firehouses, Winter Village trains, Village Santa's workshops, than you can for the modulars. Now that doesn't mean that there's not a place for the modulars. You know, I tread lightly when I make this video because I know there's a lot of people that love modulars, as do I. And I think this set right here is a beautiful set. But this is just not something that I will invest in, although I do think eventually it will. You will make a lot of money on it. Now there really isn't no reason to not buy these. This set in particular, because it's a verified retired set. But just keep in mind, you know, you don't get the discounts that you would on other sets. So that's my piece right there. So let's talk about the diner set. As soon as this set came out, I said, man, I love it. I love the pink. Which is strange, but it was just something that was a little bit unusual, something you really didn't see too much of in the modular series. I like how the lettering, I like all of that. I think it's just very unique. And you can see right here, you know, this is sold out at Amazon. So if you want this set, you're going to be paying a premium. Right now it's at $258.90. But why would you want to pay a premium on that, right? So what you could do is you could just go to Lego Shop at Home, and here's the deal: back orders accepted. We'll ship in 60 days. You should, if you're into reselling modulars, you should have no problem with this because you're not going to be doing a quick flip on here. You shouldn't. Let's just say that. And you could get a limit of 3, and you know. You get this at a very good price. When we go to brick set, you're going to see that you know, this came out 2 years ago, so this is an ideal set. When I say ideal set, it has a 2-year run. which is good. There's been the cinema, which is a set I own. You know, that set was out forever. The pet shops, I think I had 15 pet shops. I didn't have many. That set was out forever. So in Now, when we go to Camel, you know, we've had supply issues and we've had all this other stuff. When we look at the downtown diner, I mean, you could see, I mean, you could call it the COVID bump if you want to, but I mean, there's April 14th, and this right here, I mean, that's right around the COVID time. So, you know, you could see this was pretty high. Let's remove the extreme values and see if it takes a dip. It didn't, so which is crazy. So that was a common price right there, at $449, and you do see it coming down because it's available in other places. But you know, come January, February, and once again, who knows what's going on next year with COVID and all that other stuff. You know, this may have a rebound and a quick. It will have a rebound, but you know, this may have a very quick rebound. So that's it with the diner. Now we're going on to the corner garage, and I like this set. Now my only, I don't want to use the word complaint with this is an auto garage, right? I think, and you know, it's on the corner, which is a great thing. Anytime you want to do modulars for building, you know, you're gonna want some corners. But I actually think there should have been two bays here instead of just one. This, you know, I know it's not a car wash, but this reminds me of just you know, a car wash that you see at a gas station where you drive in and drive out. I would have loved to have seen multiple bays, you know, 2, 3, or 4 bays. You know, you probably couldn't do that with space, but I do like this set. I think the box art. I mean, when I went to the Lego store, I was drawn to this. I almost picked this up instead of the Porsche 911. But the thing about it is, you know, I own the cinema. I've sold all of them with the exception of one, and I don't want to open it up because the day I open it up, that's whenever the monster is going to be created, and this my own personal city is going to start to explode. So I decided to just leave that there. I'll probably I have a doctor that's very close to the Lego store, so I may go there soon to pick this up. But I love the box art. I think the box art is great, and it's a little bit more than the diner, but it is what it is. I think this is going to be a very popular set. Now on Amazon, you know, you can't even find this on Amazon. I'm not exactly sure why that is if it's because it's exclusively to the Lego store or not. But you know, you can see the light kit. They're selling the light kit, which is cool. Actually, that looks really nice. Out of all the light kits, I think that's probably one of the better ones. Now on Camel, you can't even find this on Camel. So, there's no history on it, so you know, I'm not sure if this is just offered at Lego Shop and Home exclusively. If it is, then you know, go ahead and put it in the comments below and say it doesn't say exclusive. It just says hard to find. So you know, there's definitely potential there, especially if you can't even get it on Amazon right now. Now, the other set that I want to talk about just quickly, is the bookstore. I love the bookstore. There it is. I love the bookstore. I would probably say out of those the three sets I'm talking about, I like this one the most. Now, this set isn't retiring, so there's, you know, no reason to go out and buy it. It may not retire next year either. But you know, it is what it is. But yes, I love the bookstore. I think that it just looks cool. I know it's a small detail, but I really like the tree right there. I'm not sure exactly what this is. You know, I would say that they should make that emphasize that as a cafe, but there's already a lot of coffee shops in the in the modular world. But it's just a great looking set, and I have no doubt that this will spike in value whenever a year or two after it's retired. Now, if you go to brick set, just want to talk about the pet shop because this was a set that I have owned in the past. I don't own a single one for building, but this retailed right here for $149.99. This had a long run, my friends. I mean, we're talking almost 5 years right there. That's just too much time to have money on the shelf. These aren't Lego sets on the shelf. This is money on the shelf. This is your money on the shelf, all right? And you want it to grow. So if you bought 10 of these in 2013 because you're like, oh, it's a 2-year run, you had some pain, and it just wasn't fun. But it did retail for $149.99. When you go to Amazon, you definitely could double your money if you're selling it now. So that's good. The buy box has it at $359.99. When you go to Camel, just to see the trend line going up, I mean, once it started to retire and inventory started to dry up, you could see it spike. And that's around the COVID time, so it's definitely at its peak. There's a lot of activity right there. I wonder what that's about. But it was a good investment. I think I dumped mine somewhere around $275 because that was the thing. I didn't have the pet shop sitting on the shelf for 5 years, thank goodness. But it sat on the shelf for 2 to 3 years. So whenever it was time to, I don't want to say cut my losses, but when it was at a good price to get rid of, I did it, and I didn't look back. So that's the performance with the pet shop. Now, real quick, I just wanted to talk about the Palace Cinema because that's a set that I own. Right now, it's going for $379.99. I might have to list that. I'm not sure if that's something I'm going to build. I might have to list it and buy 2 modulars of something that's already available. I could buy 2 diners with that. I mean, it is what it is. But this set, I believe, I could be wrong. I think it was around $150 for MSRP. So when you go to Camel, you could see the trend line. Let's re-click that. Yeah, so it was at $150. Look at that. I think Amazon was selling that at one time for, is that right? Under $100? That's awesome. Well, if you got it at $100, you're definitely a better buyer than I am, because you did very well on this set. And you could see the trend line right there. If we remove the extreme values, does that do anything? It doesn't. I'm not sure what that is right there, but you're the one that sets the price on your sets. Nobody else that does it other than you. So if you want to let it go at $150, it is what it is. That might be Amazon returns though. I mean, don't know the full story with that. But that's it with the modular sets. I do like the diner. I do like the garage. I really, really like the bookstore. It'll be interesting to see what happens whenever that retires. But you got to find ways to stack discounts on it and get it at a good value, because there are other really strong sets out there like the Winter Village sets that you could kind of incorporate into your own little city instead of pulling the trigger on some of these more expensive sets. All right, everybody, that's Jim with BrickBucks. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and always, always, always go out there and get it.